All right, we are at a vineyard in just north of Roxborough, North Carolina. This is a beautiful place. And there's going to be a band playing out here. They're doing a fundraising event. And the vineyard's got a great shelter set up. This place really is out in the middle of, I don't want to say nowhere. It is going to be hot today. The whole area out here is under a heat advisory. We're going to do all we can here to try to stay as cool as possible. Now, right now, it's probably in the mid 80s, and it's supposed to be into the low to mid 90s today. Now, the heat index is planned to be much hotter than that, close to 100. All right, so when I was up here specking out the place with the band and the owners of this vineyard, I'm supposed to be set up there over in the corners, not supposed to be a table there, so I need to find out what's going on. The band is playing from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. And there's also a good chance of storms that are supposed to be coming through, so we need to sort of plan and set up for that. All right, the table's been moved, so I guess it's time to start loading in. All right, this patio they have here is poured concrete, and they've got a pattern stamped into it. I did ask them if I could drive on this and back up to that area between that bush, and they said no, because they don't allow any motorized vehicles, especially, say, passenger cars and trucks, on the patio. They're afraid that's going to tear it up, and I would agree with them. So, anyway, the walk between the cargo van and the area really isn't too bad, but it is getting a bit hot. right, this place did it right. I can't really show you. This is a 50 amp to 120 240 volt service, and they've got an adapter on it here, 120 30 amp service. All right, and that service connects into this, and this is what's going to provide the power for the stage area. And actually this is a lot more current than what we actually need. This is not going to be a loud event. We'll probably have the stage and performers on one circuit, while the front of house, probably mixing location, and the front of house speakers on these right here. But I'll tell you what, for a facility, this is phenomenal. A lot of the places that I've provided sound don't provide much current. So to have this out here, I mean, they could easily put on a very large event.
Hey Bob, I'm going to move your cooler over to the tab.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we've got our analog snake pulled, and some of you may be wondering, why are we running an analog snake when we have a digital solution? Well, for this particular show, we have to factor in the operating temperature ranges of the electronic equipment, and that includes the digital stage box. And the temperature for today is going to be exceeding what the ambient temperature range is of the equipment. So the analog snake really doesn't have a temperature range. The digital snake, I believe, has a, this is the stage box. I think it has it's about 100 degrees. You can work in an environment up to about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And the consoles in Allen and Heath, it has up to about 95 degrees. So it's going to be a hot one today, so I'm trying to do some risk management and limit the exposure the equipment has to a heat. Okay, we got Craig helping out today. We're trying to take it easy because it is getting quite a bit warm. But Craig's got his approved hat on. Anyway, we're just trying to keep things cool. Perfect. Yeah, it's not bad. Craig is putting together front of house, so I'm going to be working on getting the monitors set up. All right, sorry for the wind here if you can hear it. So what I'm doing is the sun is going to be setting that direction. So as the evening progresses, this area is going to be getting a lot of sunlight on it. So what I've done is I've moved the monitor amplifier and the snake head to this side, because when the event starts, all this area here should be pretty much shaded. And if it rains, the rain is not coming in on this side. The rain, if anything, would be coming in from this direction. So I've had to relocate some stuff over to here. Okay, we're going to be getting the monitor inputs set up, and we're going to be getting the monitor speakers connected. You know, it is hot, but I am certainly open to this breeze coming through. So if you're wondering why I'm going around the case, it's because I want the cables going down the front of it in case I need to see something from front of house or I need to adjust something. And I'm going on this side because in case it actually starts raining and depending on where the wind may be blowing, I'd rather have the cables dry on this side because I'm sure they would be wet if I were to keep them out here. Sweating on this thing here. There's our front of house. We're coming out of the splitter. Just going to the front house tops. All right, we're getting stuff together. Stands are up. We got all the cables pulled. The drummer is here, and we're going to be miking up his drum kit.
Hey guys, just so you know, I've got 4 of these. These things really pump some air.
All right, they've got a great crowd out here today. It's been a mad dash trying to get the band set up. There were some stage changes. We had to work through that, and then they've got some lawn seating action going on. It goes up quite a bit further around where the tent is, but this is pretty good. And here we are. You would think that 100 square feet would be enough room, but it actually isn't. Here's Craig. He makes things happen. We're using our QU-16. We're not using any processing here. It just goes from the board directly out to the RCF 800 boards being crossed over. So I think they're about ready to start. right, the band's taking a break, and it's you can see where our front of house is, that tent there on the left. It's actually pretty difficult to actually hear the quality of what's coming out. We can hear stuff that's coming out, but sometimes we've got to walk out almost toward this door to listen to it and make sure it's doing okay. There is a lot of bass, but it's funny because back in the corner there, due to physics, we can't feel any kick drum. We can barely feel the bass guitar. All right, the sun's coming in here on this side. So I'm glad that the got the amplifier, the monitor rack moved to their side to keep it cool. To help cut out the a lot of the wind noise with the mics, we've got the wind socks on the mics. It's helping, however, foam covering the mic, it's sort of altering the vocals, the quality of the vocals, so having to make some minor EQ changes. All right, some nice ladies are waving at me.
Always right. When you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it.
All right, the event is over. Got Craig up there, he's clearing the stage. The band is taking their gear down. There was a lot of people out here. It was a little different back here in the corner due to physics and the sound waves, the bass frequencies. All back in here, we had hardly no bass. So I had to go out and check every once in a while and make sure it was still working, still pumping like it should. So it was a little bit different, but it was nice to be able to sit in the area where there wasn't any bass for once. So we're going to be breaking stuff down.
safe, Bob.
You too, Alan. Thanks, man.
Thank you again.
Alright guys, we're in here. Y'all have
Thanks.
a good one.
I hope the sound wasn't too loud for you.
Oh no, I think it was great.
Good.
I thought it was great.
Good. Thank you.
Have a good night.
I'm exhausted. Got a little more to do. Storm clouds are moving in. Doesn't look good. All right, it's raining. It's not bad, but we still don't have all the stuff up. We got a tent, some things in it. Craig has got the stage cleared. And we're both trashed right now. So I think we're gonna take a break for a while. See what happens. Well, we got a little bit done, but I think we're open to the taking a longer break for the thunderstorm. So we'll come back. All right, doesn't look like the rain's gonna let up anytime soon. So we got the van's backed in just under the overhang. So we're gonna try to bring the stuff into the overhang area and then load in from there. Pardon me, load out from there. All right, ready to go down?
Yeah.
I think I can force it over the top. All right, the rain has calmed down. As you can tell in the van, nothing really went back in the order that it was when it came out. And that was mostly due to the rain. We tried to get everything loaded before it poured, and there was quite a bit of delay. So it's calmed down, and Craig did an excellent job
Of getting wet.
Yes, of taking the beating with the rain. So I think that's going to be about it. So thanks for watching, and as I've always said, 80% of the shows we do outside, it rains. All right, so it looks like we've got everything together. However, we are in a rain delay now. It's still coming down, and the amount of rain that we have, we can't really move anything. All right, well, I'm sure you can probably tell it is now raining. 7 o'clock, and this would have been about the time that they would have been starting. So
I just had no idea how much it was raining outside of the tent. But man, it was
all right, we are on our way to do an outdoor show. Another day in North Carolina with the afternoon rains. It rains.
It rains.
Exactly. All right.